Good morning, student. Today we are going to continue our lesson number 3, Rural Life and Society. Yesterday, student, I have explained to you, it means the first of the video, I have explained to you the Ijaradari system and the permanent settlement. There you have learnt Ijaradari system was the settlement where a person who was paying the more auctions, they were becoming the owner of the land for the 5 years. The permanent settlement has been set up in the 1793 by the Lord Cornwallis, and it was a permanent settlement because according to this settlement, those who are the jagirdars and jamidars, they were real owner of their land, and the total production of the land is, it means the 50% of the total production of the land was giving as a revenue tax to the British company. But it was a hereditary system. It was a permanently system because the jagirdars and jamidars were the real owner of their land. So that's why it is known as the permanent settlement. Dear student, I have explained to you how it was a beneficial for the Britishers, the British company, but on the other hand side, it was totally exploiting condition for the poor peasants of a country. There are the different factors which I have already explained to you. So student, in this series we are going to learn today the two more another settlements, that is the Rayatwadi settlement 1820 and the second is the Meherwadi settlement 1822. Because one by one, like the Ijaradari system, it was totally failed. Then they introduced the permanent settlement. It was not also worked in a good way. That's why afterwards Sir Thomas Munro, Sir Thomas Munro, he introduced the Rayatwadi system in 1820. So Sir Thomas Munro, that time he was a governor in the Madras presidency. So first of all, he have started this kinds of, it means Rayatwadi settlement in the Madras, and afterward it was extended to the Bombay presidency as well as. So at the time he was in the Madras province, Sir Thomas Munro. So that's why he introduced the Rayatwadi settlement in 1820 in the Madras presidency. Afterward, it has expanded spread to the Bombay presidency also. Now, what were the main features of this one? According to this settlement, those were the farmers and peasants or the ryots. They were the owner of their land. Like I have explained to you, Ijaradari system, those who are paying the more auctions, they were the owner of the land for the 5 years. Permanent settlement, as well, it was based on the hereditary system. So jagirdars and the jamidars were the real owner of their land. But in the Rayatwadi system, those are the ryots and the peasants, they were the owner for their land. And in this way, they were having the right to give the taxes, and other members can collect the, it means the company can collect the revenue directly from them. It means the ryots were the real owner. So it's when the intention of this, all the settlements of the Britishers to increase their income, to increase the British company income by hooks and crooks, by anyhow. That's why they were implementing the different kinds of the settlement in India. So when the permanent settlement was totally failed, when the Ijaradari system totally failed, so they have started the Rayatwadi system, and they thought they're supposed to give the ryots, it means the farmers, to their land, and accordingly we can take the land revenue from them. So you have to understand this is. Now second point, it is explaining to you the rate of revenue was fixed at roughly half of the total produce. It was settled for period of 30 years, after which it could be revised. It means for the 30, it was a long period of time. For 30 years, if the person, the farmer, they are getting the land for, it will be for them for the 30 years only. So it means they have to roughly half the total production. It like the permanent settlement. What will be the production? Half of the things have to pay to the company. Now we can understand in the some miserable conditions, climatic conditions not good. So the farmer, whatever they are growing, they have to pay the half of the things to the British company, even though that is left for them or not. So it is also one of the exploiting condition for the poor farmers. So now next we can understand Meherwadi system. What is the Meherwadi settlement? So Meherwadi settlement has been introduced in the Holt Mackenzie in 1822. Okay, Holt Mackenzie, it has been introduced by the Holt Mackenzie in 1822. The date is given here, it is wrong. Okay, this date is wrong, so we can correct it. Is 1822 already I have written here. So Holt Mackenzie. Okay, Holt Mackenzie, ZIA. Holt Mackenzie introduced this permanent settlement. So, in student, you have to learn all the names with the date and the year. Now, according to this Meherwadi settlement, the whole village, okay, it means those are the owner of the village or headmen. So, they were the real owner of the land. It means whole village was introduced as a mahal. So, first of all, it has been introduced in the western Uttar Pradesh, some parts of Madhya Pradesh, Punjab, and afterwards slowly different other states of India. But first of all, these were the where were the much fertile land were there, and the production also too much there. Plenty of the production was growing there. Okay, so for that one they were doing whatever the states were there, the village is there. So they all were calling, or they have named that is the mahal. Okay, so in this way those who are the talukdars or head of the village, anyone those who are talukdar and the head of the village, they have to collect the revenue from the villages and hand it over to the company. So now student, you have to understand who were the, it means whole village they have to, they call this is the mahal. And who is the pradhan, or they have give the name talukdar were the owner of this big area, and accordingly the person will collect all the revenue from his mahal, it means from his village, and afterwards in the demand, according to demand of the British company, the talukdar or the mahalwad, they have to pay the taxes to the British company. It is also the roughly half of the total agricultural produce which was subject to the periodic revision. So periodic revision means it was some kinds of revisions, revised, some changes were also taking place according to the Meherwadi settlement. Now next point is, however, even under this system, the condition of the peasants remained pitiable, as a head of the village retained the right of extracting revenue. So student, in this way we can understand, anyhow the poor farmers or the peasants were at the bottom of this all kinds of the settlements, and they were the more sufferer. Okay, because the company were taking all the taxes from jamidars were depending on the money lenders, and money lenders are totally exploiting the poor farmers. Okay, so in this way we can understand what are the Raitwadi settlement and Meherwadi settlement. So student, you have to go through yesterday what I have explained to you about the Ijaradari system. So that has been introduced in by the Warren Hastings during the 1770. That also I have explained to you, Ijaradari system 1770 by the Warren Hastings. Then permanent settlement has been introduced in 1793 by Lord Cornwallis. Then Raitwadi system in 1820 by Sir Thomas Munro, and then Meherwadi system introduced in 1822 by Holt Mackenzie. So what are the difference? You have to go through the different governor generals who introduced these different settlements and which year, and what are different characteristics of all the four settlements. Just we have learnt and we have got like this way. Okay, so now student, we can understand this all four: Ijaradari system, permanent settlement, Raitwadi settlement, and the Meherwadi settlement. And today I am just sending to the long answer of second. It is asking to you what is the differentiate, or the how was the Raitwadi settlement different from the Meherwadi settlement. So this you can write from the book. Just I have given you, first you can write the heading introduction. First, okay, introduction you can write, and is from here to here you can write in the introduction. Then these 2 points you can write in the Raitwadi settlement, and same way in the Meherwadi settlement also you can write the introduction, and these 2 points you can write here. One is the downside, these 2 points you can write here. Okay, so in this way you can understand, and hope so whatever your teacher taught, you will go through and understand it nicely. Okay, so thank you. Have a nice day.